I was sitting here thinking, and I thought that this would be a great time, and it's past due time to speak on topics like this. Now, I'm not going to be before you long, but I just want to speak briefly on black people, old black people, nothing. What I mean by that is you have certain people that grow up in a certain neighborhood. They grow up just like their peers. They have the same opportunity that their peers have. The only thing that might be different between you and your peers is the household environment that you were brought up around. So you grow up along with your peers. You play with your peers. You become friends with your peers. You decide to make choices for yourself, whether your parents teach you or not, because there are times that parents don't teach their children or encourage their children to go to school or start business for themselves. And then they grow up and decide to go to school or start business for themselves or even become a part of corporate America. They make the choice and decision within themselves that they want to do something productive in their life. They want something out of life instead of death, instead of selling drugs or hanging out on corners and things of that nature. So they make that conscious choice and decision that's separate or different from their peers. Now, while they're in the books, their peers are saying, come and hang out with us. Come and smoke with us. Come and drink with us. Come and get high with us. You say, no, I got homework to do. They call you a dud. They call you a duck. They call you all of these names, teasing you, bookworm, because of the fact that you made the choice and decision to dig inside your school books. So then time passed by. You now are a part of corporate America and you are now starting to make money. When you look back on your friends that came up along with you and that had the same opportunities that you had, your friends decide to take a totally different route in life. They decide to hang out in the street. They decide to party. They decide to get high and do the fun things or things that they perceived as fun instead of putting in the hard work early so that later on in life they will have something to show for their life. But instead they choose the wild side of life. They chose to dance with the devil. So now you've gone on to corporate America or you've decided to start business for yourself. Now those same peers that came up alongside with you, and even blacks, and we're talking about the black community, and blacks that you don't even know, that made conscious choice and decisions for their own lives, and they find themselves in a rut. So now they're looking at you that put in the hard work. They're looking at you that sacrifice your time and your money. They're looking at you that sacrificed your brain power. And now they have the audacity to tell you that you need to do something with your money. You need to take your money and put it back into the black community to help black people that had the same opportunities you had, but chose to go the opposite direction. There's a song that came out in the 70s by this group called Sun. And you could probably find it on YouTube. It's a very nice song. I used to rock that song. I still rock that song on my iPod. And the title of that song is I Had a Choice. Now, the lyrics go, I had a choice and I chose wrong. I made a promise to leave it alone. You gave me trust, I threw it away. Baby, please. Right? But it's talking about the relationship between a man and a woman. The choice I'm talking about is the choices that you make for your future and the future of your family. So now you have to carry the guilt, if you're not strong enough, of your peers and people that you don't even know that made the choice in their life to not prepare for their future. It's the same way with insurance. There's people that go throughout life working, making money, regardless if they do it legally or illegally. They have money. And they don't make the conscious choice and decision to buy an insurance policy. See, work is an insurance policy, or you starting a business for yourself is an insurance policy. So somewhere down the line, you're now protected. You don't have to worry about hard times. So when they go up on taxes or they go up on the prices, you don't complain about it because you're pretty secure. And that's as a result of choices that you made in life. So it's like an insurance policy. So you have a lot of blacks that grow up in the hood, and their parents, for whatever reason, make the choice and decision not to invest in health insurance. So now they die, and their children are left behind to either go to GoFundMe or put a cup in corner stores begging people for money, because that is now begging, so that you can bury your loved one. No one should have to do that. Because if you don't have the funds, I'm sure someone in your family have the funds. Unless, of course, they made the choice and decision not to prepare for their future, or they make the choice and decision not to help you because you had the same opportunities they had. So black Americans need to get out of that mode of thinking that everybody owes them, and that you need to take your money because you're black, or they so-called black, because you're so-called black or the same complexion or color that they are. So they feel you need to take your money and put it back into the community that never did anything for you, but give you a hard way to go. I just think that's the stupidest thing that I've heard in my life. Now, if that individual person make the choice and decision upon their own free will and volition to help their community out, that's their choice. That's their decision. They're not bullied or forced or made to feel guilty because of the fact that they have, and those in the black community that made the choice to stay on the system and not work or not go to school. Now you have to take your hard-earned dollar, according to them, and help those that are less fortunate in the hood, because they made themselves. They made the choice to be the less fortunate in life because of the choices they made at a very young age. There's young people that despise school, they hate school, but they don't realize that school, that education, is a potential insurance policy for your future. So, black people, you owe black people nothing. The only people that you owe are your family members, your children that you raised, that you brought into the world and you raised. Those are the ones you owe. Even those of you that own businesses. And if you make the choice and decision to stay in the black community, because businesses leave the black community for whatever reason, they don't stay there. Unless, of course, they're corner stores, they're Arabs and whatnot that take advantage of you. Give you an idea. I went in the store today and I went to buy this aloe vera juice that's usually $1. So I bought 2 of them. So I go to the counter, gave the guy $5, and he tell me $5. I'm like, for what? He said, $2.50. I said, man, these things are $1, man. What are you talking about? $2.50. I didn't argue with him. I politely turned around, put them back in the cooler, walked out the store. And I went to the other store, and got them for $1 a piece. But see, that's what black people in the black community deal with, because they make the choice to support those businesses. See? So now you have to stay in that business because of the choices that you made early on in life that put you in a condition where now you're making less or you have less, but yet you have to pay more for your grocery because you don't have the proper transportation to get to and from, and now you're making it everybody else's responsibility. You blame everybody but yourself for being in the condition that you're in today. So I didn't mean for this video to go this long. I was going to make this short and sweet, but there's a lot that I can say about this. Because even businesses owners in the neighborhood, black businesses, once they go in that black community, the black community now holds them responsible for their condition. Now you have to give discounted stuff or give stuff for free or don't charge them tax because you in the hood. Well, I might as well. There's businesses that think I might as well just take my business and go somewhere else where it's appreciated and where I don't need to go through this madness in order to run business. So black people need to get out of that frame of mind that everybody owes you, because no one owes you but yourself. It's all about the choices and decisions that you make in life. So feedback, tell me what you think. Till next time. I'm fearless.